because I'm intrigued by the idea of rewriting my past. And I wanted to talk with you about that. Like, what are the mechanics of it, and why is it important to do that?
Because you're a temporally based being, so you create a sense of continuity as you create your experience of reality. So think about it like this. You organize your reality in a story-like way. You have your sense of self, whom you have been. You have your sense of self that relates to who you are right now, and you have your sense of self that relates to who you are becoming. And this is a part of all manifestations, all experiences that you give rise to when you are based in a temporal framework, a time-based reality. So when you're in spirit, you don't really experience such separation between the past, the present, and the future. All those things sort of blend into one expression of the now. All of those things become somewhat simultaneous in your experience. But when you're on Earth, there's a stronger sense of separation between past, present, and future. So you use that separation to your advantage to create the sense of story, which enables you to have a process of evolution, because with no story, there's no evolution. If there's no evolution, there's no growth. And one of the major reasons for coming to Earth is to grow your soul, is to grow your spirit through the experience of change. And you can only have change if you're in a temporally based reality. If it's non-temporal, past, present, and future are all at once, which means there's not really a sense of time, which means there's no change. So the point of a temporal reality is to create change in consciousness. In a certain way, temporal realities are how Source itself evolves itself, because Source really is having no experience because it's having all experiences. If you are everything at once, you are past, present, and future at once. Therefore, there's no change. Therefore, there's no experience. So in order for Source to evolve, it must create temporal realities where change is possible. So that's why you're in a time-based reality, mechanically. That's why you have come here. You are evolving Source, which is you. You're evolving yourself through this experience. So when you rewrite your past, what you are doing is you are actually shifting your frequency in the now, which allows for you to simultaneously change the context of your story. It specifically shifts the version of the past you're vibrationally aligning with, and it vibrationally shifts the version of the future that you are vibrationally aligning with. And you're doing that through augmenting your frequency in the here and now. So for example, whenever you're doing some kind of past shifting exercise, you're doing that exercise from right here, right now. You're not going to the past. You're closing your eyes, you're doing a meditation, you're doing an exercise right here, right now. You're astrally, etherically linking yourself to the past, but you're still doing that from the here and now. So whenever you're changing your past, you're actually changing yourself in the present moment, and that's what creates a shift in the version of the past you're aligning with. That will automatically give you a different future that you are aligning with. But remember, it's not because you've changed the past that you get the new future. It's because you've changed the present. Your future is created by your present moment. It's just that many of you create your present moment through reanimating the energies of the past. That's why it seems like the past creates the future, but really it's the present moment that creates the future. So when you begin this process of shifting your past, the idea is to simply imagine the challenging situations in your life. Think of the situations in your life where there was a great deal of negativity. And imagine those situations unfolded differently. Imagine how those situations would have unfolded if your higher self was driving the ship the whole time, consciously. Really feel what those new realities would be like if higher options were explored. Be those options that you explored or other people in the situation explored, utilizing the guidance of the higher self. And you're there imagining these alternate ways things could have played out. And as you're imagining this, you want to capture how that would feel. Really imagine you are that person going through that higher version of that past experience. Really tune into that. And the idea is, imagine the you are now and that self, that alternate self you're visualizing, come together, merge with them. Bring those two selves together. And then the idea is open your eyes and write down whatever insights you have captured from that experience and begin to really apply them. And you'll find you will no longer feel like the self you were before the exercise. You will feel like a brand new self. You can do this for any situation. And you will accelerate your evolution because you will be capturing all of the lessons that you would have learned more quickly had you followed, or other people in the situation followed, higher guidance.